Are we ready?
We're so ready. Welcome back to the council, where we talk about all things relationships, pop culture, and whatever the heck else we want to. Today is pop culture. We're talking about the Oscars. Yeah, I know they already happened, but guess what? I didn't have a microphone. So, the only result I know is Best Picture. But I did write down my predictions before the Oscars happened, and so did she.
We had a guest join us.
We have a new guest. Everybody welcome Polly. Favorite movies is genre. Favorite genres and favorite movies, a little letterbox top 4 exercise so that you guys can have an idea of what we lean towards, because obviously our opinions are biased and we are not a part of the people who select the Oscars, so we don't actually know what the heck we're talking about. My favorite movie and genre, obviously rom-com. I really love a good action movie, but like with a plot that's kind of funny, so like any Marvel movie. Mm-hmm. I love some like dystopian, some movies based off of books. Lots of series. I like series.
Do you like Twilight?
No, I've never seen it. Okay, so what's your favorite movie?
Twilight. I love Twilight.
They're so cringy.
But everybody knows that that's what's so good about them, is that they are a hard watch sometimes. I love a rom-com. Love a horror movie.
I like funny movies too, but not like Dumb and Dumber funny, like White Chicks funny. Okay, moving on. Letterboxd top 4. If you could pick 4 movies to recommend to anyone, what would you pick?
Hunger Games.
Okay.
Classic. Too. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, like I already said. You know what movie I really liked? Priscilla. Elvis Presley's wife, but it's like a live action picture. Like they have actors in it.
Jacob Elordi's in it.
Yes.
And then what's your last one? You get one more. All the movies you've ever seen.
Probably Legally Blonde.
Right. Okay. Good. A classic.
Love Legally Blonde.
Okay, I'm gonna go Mamma Mia.
Oh, I should have said that.
It's okay. You get 4, I get 4. We'll cover our ground. Jeopardy. I'm gonna go Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I'm gonna go The Proposal.
Oh my gosh.
That's wrong. The Proposal.
So
good. Okay. What was your prediction before the Oscars on who would win Best Picture?
I know we talked Frankenstein at first. I think Sinners was one of the last ones that I watched. I really think that one, I thought it would have a chance.
I was kind of torn between Sinners and Frankenstein. I thought Frankenstein would win it because of their costuming.
I also think since it's a classic rendition, it was so similar to the book.
Really?
Yes.
Guillermo del Toro, the director of that movie, is just, he's insane. Like,
the casting was good. The storyline stuck to it. I thought since it was a classic, it would have been a shoo-in. However, I said Sinners at the end because if you know the background to that movie...
So insane.
It's insane.
We can get into the difference. I watched it without knowing the background and afterwards, and I can talk about that experience. So now we're just going to kind of go into like a brief or power hour here. Mm-hmm. We're going to do first impressions, if it was enjoyable or memorable, and whether or not we'd recommend it for every film. Okay? For all the Best Picture nominees. F1, first impression, I loved it.
I did too.
I was locked in. I got to see it in theaters, which I think makes all the difference. The sound of the cars, everything. Brad Pitt.
I think what intrigued me about it is F1's such a hot topic right now in real life. Yeah. And so the fact that they had a movie with actors in it about F1 racing.
But they also involved people that are actually relevant F1 racing. I went with my husband and one of my cousins. He was like being annoying and leaning over in the movie being like, that guy's a real F1 reporter, or, oh my gosh, that's whoever. I don't know any of their names right now.
But that's always cool when you can tie it into real life.
But like they made cameos in a movie about their own sport. Like that's so cool.
It was very immersive.
Very enjoyable.
The visuals were really exciting. Songs. Everything was good.
Yeah, McRae.
Yes. Like hello. Yeah. You can't lose.
Yeah. What do we recommend?
Yes. Yeah. I feel like that's a shoo-in for anybody, not just somebody who likes films.
In terms of someone who likes films, I'm a little shocked that this one even got nominated because it does feel like a very typical movie. It validated why mainstream movies became mainstream movies. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, that's why they become popular. That's why they break box office records and whatnot. And the soundtrack was really good. I really liked it. Mm-hmm. The Secret Agent.
Not intriguing.
I don't know. I wouldn't not recommend it, but if somebody's like, what movie should I watch? I'm not going to say The Secret Agent.
You have to have a very specific taste.
Yeah. I also feel like it didn't have a big enough theatrical release. Like, it wasn't released anywhere in this area. I know that one of the requirements for Best Picture is to have a theatrical release, but there's a lot of movies on this list that had really minor theatrical releases, in my opinion.
Which is so interesting because to be nominated for the Oscars, like, I feel like our brains immediately want to go to, oh, it's a big deal. Honestly, like, majority of these movies I had not heard of.
Yeah. Begonia? Weird.
Oh.
Weird.
I never knew what was real, and I never knew who was serious.
I don't like when I'm questioning my own judgment
and
in a movie.
I like to be able to relax during a movie, and I felt like this one, I just was so much going on. There were so many emotions. Everybody was freaking out the whole time.
And you know another movie that is also nominated in this category that's also a lot like that? You thinking of a color right now? Is it orange? Marty Supreme! The marketing for this movie was insane. As you can tell...
Which, honestly, the movie needed it because I wasn't a huge fan.
I actually hated every second of that movie.
It stressed me out. What do you think?
I just think that, like, the whole movie made me feel really anxious.
Mm-hmm.
The marketing for it was really fun. I was really excited to see it.
Very hyped.
Was I locked in the whole movie? Yeah. Was I like, oh my god, what's going to happen next? Yeah.
You were waiting for the ball to drop.
But I was literally doing this. Like, why are you acting this way? Why are you doing this? There's no way this really happened. How is this man getting away with, like, murder? Why would you steal a dog?
So is that what bothered you, or is that what makes it a good movie?
I think that's what bothered me. I felt like I wasn't actually able to enjoy the movie. I don't enjoy movies like that. Like, I don't like the Christmas Vacation movie because it's like the whole time I'm like, when you can tell, like, it's like what bad thing is going to happen next.
Yeah.
Like, it just, like, wrecks me with anxiety.
Everybody's just making stupid decisions.
Would I recommend it? Like, do I think it's a film that's, like, worth, for the pop culture of it all, seeing and knowing about? Yeah. Do I think Timothée Chalamet did a good job with the marketing and kind of made it what it is? Also, yes. If you know about, like, that movie wasn't supposed to be made, and then he basically went in and said, no, we're going to market the crap out of it. And he, like, they posted a bunch of funny videos, but one of them he's like, when you think of Barbie, what color do you think of? Pink. When you think of Marty Supreme, you're going to be thinking orange. And he, like, made this whole thing, and
here we are.
For some reason, I'm still holding on to these. They're going for, like, $200 on eBay.
It gave me very coming-of-age vibes at first. But then
it's like he never grew up.
It never turned out that way. But didn't it give you that at first? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Would we recommend? Not necessarily.
I wouldn't say no. If somebody's like, I'm going to watch Marty Supreme, I wouldn't be like, don't watch it.
But I wouldn't bring it up. It's like the other ones.
I wouldn't want to watch it again, probably.
If somebody asked me what movie should I watch next, it would not be Marty Supreme.
No. But it would be Frankenstein. My pick, Frankenstein. Jacob Elordi did such a good job. Such a good job that, in fact, when I was watching this entire movie, I didn't know that that's who was playing Frankenstein. I knew nothing about this movie going into it, and I think that that's the best way to watch that movie. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Frankenstein's a classic. A lot of people read the book in high school, like it was a requirement and stuff. So I really knew nothing about it. I mean, I'd seen the Green Man version, but
I think that the thing I appreciate most about Frankenstein is the fact that when everybody thinks of Frankenstein, you think about the Green Man, you think about this scary monster, when really that's not what the story's about at all.
No,
like, the story of Frankenstein,
crying. I watched it on my phone in the car on the way home to Boise, and I was crying in the car. And I don't cry, and I don't cry in front of people, and I was crying in front of my sister.
The whole message of that movie is the repercussions that being socially rejected can do, like, can have.
But it's also the argument of who's in the wrong. Mm-hmm. At the end of that movie, who is in the wrong?
And they're both playing God.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Is it Frankenstein for wanting him to make another person and wanting to put, or another monster, and wanting to put another monster in the position that he's in, where they keep trying to die because they're so miserable and, like, they won't ever be accepted in society, and they'll always be shot at and bullied and yelled at and scary? Is Frankenstein is the monster the bad guy for wanting his Eve, basically?
Yeah.
And for wanting to put someone else through that? Or is Frankenstein the bad guy for creating... I mean, obviously, I think that Frankenstein's in the wrong, I think, at the beginning, but as the movie goes on, like, at the end of the movie, like, at the end of the day, who's in the wrong?
But I think that in order to really appreciate that movie, you have to know the emotional depth of it.
Yeah. The other thing they could have done is gone one part would have been Frankenstein stories. Another release would have been cool. Just the monster. The costuming insane, the music insane, the film, the direction. Guillermo del Toro, hats off to you. Train Dreams,
I definitely know why it got a nominee, though, and I think it's literally because of the cinematography.
Yeah, also, we're in Idaho filming this right now, and when I watched this, and the first thing that they were talking about is this kid's from Fry, Idaho, I'm like, first of all, crazy that the potato state has a town named Fry. Second of all,
Who would have thought?
I know where that is, and I didn't know that this movie had anything to do with the state I'm currently residing in.
I can always appreciate an ode to history, but it doesn't mean that I necessarily would ever choose to watch it. It was slow. It was sad.
I think if I would have seen this in theaters, I would have probably had to go pee like 5 times.
Yeah. I could see it being really popular with a certain demographic.
Like, popular. I think that if you're into, like, historical stuff and you want to watch a film that, like, is slower and not as stimulating, this is a good one. Mm-hmm. Next, we have Sentimental Value.
I didn't like it. However, I know why it got a nomination because I think it's a really relatable plot for a lot of people in our generation.
I feel like I'm going through enough on a day-to-day basis that, like, watching a movie where other people are going through hard emotional stuff, it just feels heavy. Yeah. I feel like I do use media now as kind of, like, an escape.
Yeah.
From the heavy of my own life. Nothing crazy's going on. Like, I don't have a disease. No one's dying. Mm-hmm. But, like, I feel like I do have, like, some really first world problems that I'm really struggling with and just, like, navigating life post-grad in my graduation town, surrounded by people that are single and I'm married. I kind of use films and, like, the internet and stuff as an escape from the heart of life.
Yeah. You don't want to choose to fill your extra moments with extra heavy when your moments are already heavy.
Yeah.
And that's how I felt about this. It's a real problem and I can appreciate it. Like, the family dynamics, especially being our age, like, that can get really tricky. It targeted a lot of problems that are very real, but it's just, I didn't personally enjoy it because I don't want to sit down there, or I don't want to sit down there. I don't want to sit down. I don't want to sit down there. I love Elle Fanning, though. Yeah, I love the Fanning sisters. Who's excited about The Nightingale?
A movie, probably the heaviest. One that really just hurt my heart the most, I feel like, was Hamnet. I literally have chills even thinking about that movie. This disturbed
Ainsley very deeply.
Another classic. I don't feel like I knew anything about going into it, other than that Paul Mescal's in it. It was insane to watch it. Like, the emotional roller coaster that I was on, crying at the end. That last scene. Oh my god, I have full body chills right now even thinking about it.
Everybody's just quiet.
The reaching up the hands to the boy that, oh my god, I tell you not, I have goosebumps on my legs right now. Only problem is, it's not as stimulating as my big two, which are Frankenstein and Sinners, but it can't be. Like, you can't make that film more than what it is, and I think that's the beauty of it is so popular because of how perfect what it is without the theatric.
When it says enjoyable or memorable, I just wrote that it was more emotionally affecting than entertaining. Like, there's no way you can find something that heavy entertaining in my brain.
Entertaining is the wrong word, but, like, you can't
intriguing
look away.
Or it was just
captivating.
It was yes, perfect word. It was a hard watch.
It's a tragedy.
Yeah. I feel like
I think that would have gotten. That would be my vote for third. Like, if I could do 1, 2, 3, and which one would get first. Frankenstein wasn't nominated, I would have said Sinners. If Sinners wasn't nominated, I would have said Hamnet. Yeah. And if those 3 weren't, I would have said One Battle After Another. And here's why. That movie was a roller coaster, and it was a little all over the place, and I think that that's kind of why I wouldn't have put it in the top 3. But the message was there, and it was good. The whole cult of it all, and, like, Leo DiCaprio. I just think if Leo's in a movie, it's probably not gonna win anything. He doesn't win. That's, like, one of his curses. Like, he can't win an Oscar.
I think he definitely made the movie a little bit more intriguing to me. It was kind of hard to follow. There's a lot going on.
It was all over the place. There was a lot going on, and if you looked away for 1 second, you couldn't really get back, which was hard, because I did have to rewind a few things, but it was good. I would definitely, like, watch it again, or I would tell someone, like, if they're looking for something interesting that's kind of niche, I would tell them to watch this. But I don't think this is ever going to be a movie that's going to be, like, a staple when I think about movies.
I agree. So, would we recommend it?
Yeah.
In a niche situation?
I wouldn't say no if somebody asked if they should watch it, but it's probably not going to become a part of, like, my everyday conversation about movies.
What has been an everyday conversation about movies?
Last but not least, we have Sinners. Which, spoiler alert, it won. Congrats.
As it should.
What's better than one Michael B. Jordan? Two of them. And that's what you get in Sinners. That's not the only reason it won. Okay, for some background, the first time I watched this movie, I was in BFE, Mississippi, visiting a friend. And we were watching it as the sun was setting, and I didn't know anything about it. I knew that it was kind of scary, and being someone who does believe in God, like, even just the title of it made me think that it was, like, it kind of was compromising what I feel like is something I'm comfortable in. I feel like if you invite evil into your life, then it'll be there. But I didn't finish it the first time I watched it because it made me feel so dark.
And that's all that she told me before I watched it. So I was scared.
But here's the thing. The fact that it had that effect on me before even knowing what it was about means that they did such a great job.
They did their job.
Getting the message communicated. That there was a huge conflict and that racial evil and like the Tulsa Massacre and all the different things that it's representing, even without knowing that that's what it's representing, it got the message across of how dark and twisted and evil those scenarios are. Then I did research about what it was actually about and learned all the different things, and holy cow, that completely changes the movie. I rewatched it again with her and made her watch the background knowledge of it all, and
before I had even gotten into it.
Yeah, and other than the gore, that movie isn't scary to me anymore. It's
it's sad.
It's heartbreaking, and it's it is still so disgusting and disturbing. They just got the message across so well. And I think that that's why it took the award. And it's an original story.
The use of vampires in it was so powerful. It took me back a ton. Especially because you're not even introduced to that until an hour into the movie. But I think that is so powerful in itself because it represents how much those problems still and did just suck the life out of people.
Yep.
And that's exactly what the vampires represent, is the racism, the injustice, sucking the life out of this culture. It's so sad. I'm not mad about it winning. I think it
was so good, and the soundtrack goes crazy. And now we can talk about, do the Oscars still matter? Over time, the Oscars have become less and less watched. There was a 3 million drop in views, I think.
Really?
From 2024 to 2025, yeah. I mean, I think also the introduction of streaming platforms instead of having TV. I remember watching that stuff on, even as background noise, when it would be on when I had DirecTV.
Channel 7.
Yes.
Because
it's what's on? Oh my god, the Oscars. I didn't even know it was on. But if you're going to go onto Netflix and watch Grace and Frankie, you're not even going to see anything about the Oscars.
Right.
Or you're going to see the Oscar-nominated banner at the bottom of a movie, but it's you don't know when the Oscars are.
It's
anyways,
definitely one of the more plummeting award shows, I think.
I think so. I think that more people tune in to see the outfits at the Met than the Oscars.
The Grammys.
Now. Yeah. I do have a cool story about me. I was in the town of Killarney, Irony? Nice. I'm sorry again. Killarney, Ireland, when the Oscars happened. Where is Jessie Buckley, the star actress in Hamnet, from, you ask? Killarney, Ireland. So do you know what I got to attend? My first night in the beautiful continent of Ireland. I know it's a country, but to me, it is more than that. I got to be a part of the Jessie Buckley, everybody in that town knows who she is because they grew up with her.
That's
I got
insane.
to be a part of the pub celebrations for that. My first night in Ireland was the Jessie Buckley just won Best Actress in a Leading Role, and she's from this damn town, and they had banners up, and they had posters. It was incredible. I felt like I was a part of a revolution. I think that they're relevant. I think that people still care. I think that, most importantly, the people who want these awards and who are directing these films and putting their whole heart into it are doing it because they do care about these things.
I agree.
I do think that a lot of them aren't doing it because they want to win an Oscar. I mean, the chances are slim that you'll ever win one. But I think that awards like that and the Golden Globes and stuff like that keep the integrity of films and keep the art and developing and growing.
The competition.
Yeah. And I think it keeps the arts innovating. I think it keeps innovation a thing. So I think they're still relevant.
Is it everybody's cup of tea?
I don't think that they're as relevant to like pop culture as they used to be, because I think that pop culture moves so fast, and the Oscars a lot of time touch on films that have almost been out for a year.
Yeah.
You know, like F1 came out this last summer, and I've moved across the country twice since that film came out. I think it still matters. I think there's still some shocks in there. Most overrated nominee.
I want to say Train Dreams, but I also don't feel like I can, because I'm going to say it again. Let me beat the horse while it's dead. I can appreciate
rotting.
An ode to history. I can. But I would honestly say Marty Supreme.
I was going to say Marty Supreme too. Marty Supreme, Christmas Day.
Or Begonia. Actually, not Begonia. Begonia.
Begonia.
Bunyan. I don't feel like I can say Begonia because I can appreciate Emma Stone, but also I can appreciate a conspiracy theory. And that's what that movie was all about.
I'm going to have to go with Train Dreams. I like learning about history, but I don't like watching it as like a film.
Yeah, that would be like if Marty Supreme wasn't a thing, it would be Train Dreams for me. But since Marty Supreme's a thing,
Marty Supreme's history too.
It's different.
No, it's not. He's a real person.
It's so different.
So I'm going to go Train Dreams.
Fair.
Okay.
I'll stick with my Marty. Sorry about it.
Okay, we're going to go through the categories real quick and pick. Nice. Okay, we're going to go through the competitive categories of 2026 Academy Awards or the Oscars. My dad's name is Oscar. Okay, Best Picture. We know who won, but we did give our picks. I think Frankenstein. She thinks Sinners.
Who was it?
Sinners wins. 1 point, Maddie.
Which means I win.
Okay, for directing, you guys know what film I'm picking. Frankenstein. Are you kidding?
Well, I just feel like everything's between Frankenstein and Sinners. I would say Frankenstein for that one.
Okay. Oh, it was one battle after another. That is not what I would have picked. Okay. Performance by an actor in a leading role.
Frankenstein, Loki, or
You think Jacob Elordi?
Yeah, or Michael B. Jordan.
I'm gonna go Michael B. Jordan.
You're so right.
He did all of that twice.
Can you tell what our favorite 2 movies are? That we actually talked about that when we watched it. How he literally had to change costumes so many times. He had to look the exact same so many times. He had to redo some scenes so many times. That is so impressive. But you know what I wonder? Did he get double the salary? Is that where our tax dollars are going?
Huh?
Please don't edit that out of the video.
$4 million.
He got paid $4 million. How much do we think? Who do you think did the most acting after that?
Sammy? That's horrible.
The production budget was $90 million,
Okay.
and Michael B. Jordan got $4 million out of that.
But he got 4, so he would have gotten $2 million for one of the characters, so they doubled it, gave him 4. But Haley Steinfeld only got $1 million.
The girl who played Pearline only. This is making me upset. Okay, we're moving on. Performance by an actress in a leading role. Obviously, we know who won. And I maybe would have put her in the top 2 for sure. Because I feel like a lot of the films were led by men. So, you know what? I would have given it to Jessie. I can't think of...
Unless it was Emma Stone. Which I don't think it was.
Yeah, I would... I don't really know who else. Best actor in a supporting role?
I have no idea.
Not Joe Alwyn.
I loved the old man from Sinners. What's his name?
Oh, yeah, he did good.
Not Cornbread, but
yeah,
I think he was
Slim.
I think he was a great supporting role actually. Slim.
Shady.
Delta Slim.
Delta Slim.
Because he had that one moment in the movie where he was like saving the day.
He was like, gotta go through Delta Slim.
Who won?
Oh.
Bro. Whatever.
Did I miss something? Was that movie like...
Sean Penn? Maybe we need to rewatch it.
He was the purist. The guy who wanted everybody to be white and then had a mixed baby. He sucked. But that means he was good at his
role.
Best supporting actress in a leading role. I'm gonna go with the girl that was with Michael B. Jordan in Sinners. Not Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah.
Why am I forgetting her name? She won it! Wait.
Davine Joy Randall?
That's not her. Writing, original screenplay, Sinners.
I would say Sinners.
Bro.
One battle. We need to go watch it again.
Oh, Sinners won original.
Okay. But was that wasn't the only original. I guess it was Begonia was probably up there.
Yeah. I mean, Marty Supreme. Sound?
I think for F1.
I think Sinners.
I think F1 had a good shot at that. I know that they probably didn't win, but I think that was my favorite part about that movie was all the sounds.
F1!
I know
Good job!
Yes.
Production design, I'm going to go with Frankenstein.
Or F1.
They didn't design the cars.
Yeah, but they designed, like, all the indoor stuff of, like, the F1 training rooms.
Do you think that they really had to design that, though, or do you think that that's modeled all after something else? Frankenstein was fully, like, production design.
Okay, fair.
Frankenstein! Nice. Costume design. I'm going to also do Frankenstein. I feel like it was the most...
Or Sinners. Sinners was so accurate to the time frame it was supposed to be in. I think.
But don't you think Frankenstein was too?
Yeah, but Frankenstein's Frankenstein.
And I feel like it was more like the design was like, I mean, Jacob had to get in that.
Yeah. Okay, go. Oscar Isaac and Jacob Elordi, which is.
If you're gonna watch anything from the Oscars, I suggest you watch Frankenstein and Sinners.
F1.
But I think it's very important before you watch Sinners to understand all of the foreshadowing and hidden meanings and right in front of your effing face meanings. Yeah. It is so crucial to enjoying that movie that you know what's happening.
I also think that you need to know the deeper meaning of Frankenstein as well and not just think about it as a classical monster movie.
And then Hamnet is definitely a good watch, but like get some tissues and sit down.
Be
and don't
in a
let
solid
it be,
emotional space before you
don't
crack
drink
that
a glass of wine. F1, watch it. It's so entertaining. But don't let it be background noise. You need to actually watch it.
It was like
it's so good.
Kind of tugged at my heartstrings at the end. I love a good sports movie where like the protagonist and antagonist become like teammates. They work together.
Okay, and that's all we have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Council. Today we've determined that the Oscars, they're still relevant, but they're not as relevant to pop culture as they used to be. But they still matter. They keep things going. Sinners and Frankenstein, insane. Everybody who worked on those movies, like, biggest round of applause. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Council. We'll be back next week to talk about our raw and real reactions to the first few episodes of Euphoria, because WTF is going on. Right? Right. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Dude, we killed that.
Yeah. Okay. We can probably end this now.
Okay. That was so easy.